So the reason I'm on here today, um, I think most of you, well, if you've seen any of my videos or posts, you know how the Ace Frehley passing kind of affected me. That he was a great musical inspiration for me. He's the reason that I play these guitars the way I do and write songs and everything. Um, my guitar hero. You know, people can think what they want about him as a guitarist, but that's just the way it is. He inspired probably as many or more musicians, even big name musicians, than any guitarist in my generation, since I've been around. But, and I've made a post stating that I'm going to make an Ace tribute album. And it's my way of making a tribute, to Ace. It's something I'm compelled to do. I was not planning on doing any more music this year, but it's something that I want to do. And there's always one bad apple on every tree. And a guy named Carl Kudelka, I'm guessing is how you say his name. He lives in Perth, Western Australia. And he decides to get on here, and there's always got to be somebody that questions everything you do. And asks me, he says, have you permission to do so, or is it an unauthorized bootleg so you can gain money for it, otherwise known as a parasite? Clearly taking a jab at me, trying to refer to me as a parasite. Now, anybody that knows me, and even some of you that don't know me but have probably figured out by now, I do take music seriously. I don't poke fun of it. It's not my way of doing things. I respect music, and I would never do anything to cheapen music by doing something like that. And so I commented, and I told him, how it works. I told him that if I release a cover song, I always get a mechanical license certificate, which I have to pay for every time I release a cover song. Now, I've only got 2 cover songs, I believe, on Spotify and Pandora and all those places, and I had to pay for licensing for that. Some of you have seen my post. I have an album coming out called 1980 What, and it's got 4 cover songs on it. And I've even made it clear that the reason it hasn't been released yet is because I'm waiting for the licensing on one particular song. So yeah, I do it by the book. I wouldn't cheapen music by doing that, and I wouldn't cheapen what I do by putting AI in my music. I just don't believe in doing that. Somebody else wants to use it as a tool. That's their business. That's fine for them. Anyway, I responded with that, and of course, he has a negative comment to what I said, saying that, well, if you were innocent, you wouldn't need to justify yourself. Now, what kind of narrow-minded thinking is that, honestly? So I responded and told Carl that, well, I responded because you so rudely asked me to. I think a guilty person would say nothing and just leave it at that. Oh, I've been caught. I'm not saying anything. I just find it unbelievable. There always has to be that one bad apple out there that thinks they know everything, thinks they're a know-it-all. Again, Ace being who he is to me, I'm compelled to do this. I'm compelled to make the album. And I have other musicians that are going to be on the album with me. It's not just me. I chose other musicians that I know, that are friends, that I know have a lot of respect and were inspired by Ace. And so I asked them to be a part of it. And they definitely, they were like, absolutely, because, they looked at Ace the same way I did. So I just thought I'd comment on that. I wanted to bring that point up, that I don't do things like that. I don't cheapen what I do. I do it by the book. I do it the way it's supposed to be done. Clearly, this individual had made up his mind that I was not getting a license and doing it legally by the way he asked the question. And then, he didn't get the answer he wanted, so he tried to cover his tracks with his other comment. And it's interesting also that this individual has his profile locked. Why does he have to hide? I'm not hiding. My profile is not locked up like that. it kind of makes it look like this is a guy that has annoyed other people and doesn't like people saying things on his page or whatever it is to the comments that he's made. So now he's locked it so people can't respond. So I don't know. Maybe this is a guy that goes trolling around looking for things like this. I have no idea, or maybe he just had a bad day and thought he'd try to ruin somebody else's day. But I wanted to make that clear because it's a fair question to ask me that. If I get licensing, I understand the question. If someone says, oh, are you doing it to make money? Are you doing it for whatever? But to throw in the little jab at me and call me a parasite, no. I'm going to respond, and I'm going to let you know exactly what I'm doing. You asked the question, and I answered it. So there you go, Carl. That's the deal. I do always pay for my licensing, and my album is being held up because I haven't gotten the licensing, and my music distributor will not release it without it. But you think you know everything, I guess. So hope that clears it up for some people. And I will be posting and releasing a single from the album very soon, and hopefully the album's done by this, by the end of the year. And if the person doesn't want to listen to it, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's for myself, and it's for people that like to listen to cover songs and like Ace's songs, because musicians do cover songs all the time. There's absolutely nothing new about that. Ace released albums. He released 2 albums, and he has a third one that is going to be released, from what I understand, that are all cover songs. So, there's nothing new about that. And they pay for the licensing, and I pay for mine. That's just how it is. So have a good day. I apologize for jumping back on here, but there's one thing that I do want to clear up. I said I don't have my licensing to release that album. I've paid for it. It's already paid for. Okay? I paid all the licensing fee to release my album. But one of the songs is being difficult about getting the license. If I cannot get it, I will be refunded and the song will not be released. That's just how it works. But I did get it approved. I'm just waiting on their certificate now so I can show my distributor that I have the certificate so they can release it. So I wanted to clear that up. I didn't state that properly. So, have a great day.